Good evening.
No, I didn't say get it.
Good evening, and welcome to HCTV News. I'm Tylon, and today we're covering one of the greatest moments in history, Apollo 11, the first mission to land humans on the moon. We'll take you through the launch, landing, and return. Let's start with the events leading up to the mission.
Apollo 11 was part of NASA's Apollo program. Designed to land humans on the moon, the mission launched July 16, 1969, from Kennedy Space Center in Florida. The crew included Neil Armstrong, the mission commander, Buzz Aldrin, the lunar module pilot, and Michael Collins, the command module pilot. The rocket used was the Saturn V, the most powerful rocket ever built. The mission goals are to land safely on the moon, collect rock and soil samples, and return to Earth. After 2 years of training, the astronauts are ready. Now let's return to Kylie for the launch.
On July 16, 1969, at 9:32 a.m., Apollo 11 lifted off. Thousands of people gathered to watch as a 363-foot tall Saturn V rocket carried the astronauts into space. Launch stages. The first stage separated after 2 minutes. After 12 minutes, Apollo 11 reached orbit. After a few hours, the spacecraft left Earth's orbit towards the moon. Crew was on their way to history. Now back to Tylon for the moon landing.
After traveling for 4 days, Apollo 11 reached the moon's orbit. On July 20th, 1969, Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin boarded the lunar module Eagle, while Michael Collins stayed in orbit. Landing. Armstrong had to manually steer the module to avoid boulders. Famous words at 4:17, Armstrong radioed, "The Eagle has landed." The first steps at 10:56 p.m., Armstrong stepped onto the moon and said, "That's one small step for men, one giant leap for mankind." Aldrin followed soon after. Let's go to Evan to see what they did on the moon.
It has a stark beauty all its own. It's like much of the high desert of the United States. It's different, but it's very pretty out here.
Oh, geez, that's great. Is the lighting halfway decent?
Yes, indeed. They've got the flag up now, and you can see the stars and stripes on the lunar
Flag
surface.
up now, and you can see the stars and stripes on the lunar surface.
The astronauts spent about 2 hours and 15 minutes walking on the moon, conducting experiments, and collecting samples. Some of the key activities were they planted the American flag, they collected 47.5 pounds of moon rocks and soil, and they set up experiments to study the moon's surface and the environment. But after completing their mission, they had to return home safely. Kylie has more on that.
After their historic walk, Armstrong and Aldrin returned to the lunar module and rejoined Michael Collins in orbit. The crew then began their journey home.
That it is that spirit, the spirit of Apollo, that America can now help to bring to our relations with
Re-entry into Earth's atmosphere. Apollo 11 traveled 240,000 miles back to Earth. On July 24, 1996, it entered Earth's atmosphere at 25,000 miles per hour. A parachute system slowed it down. Splashdown. Apollo 11 landed in the Pacific Ocean and was recovered by the USS Hornet. Now back to Tylon for the conclusion.
Apollo 11 was a major success, proving that humans could land on the moon and return safely. It inspired future space missions and showed what's possible through science and teamwork. This has been Tylon with HCTV News. Thanks for watching and keep looking up at the stars.